You know, it's bringing it this week. It is Kagurabachi, and this is chapter 122. Start. Um, okay, I guess I need to go back into my little intro because I didn't upload last stream to YouTube. I'm not doing manga chapters on screen anymore because I was using a paid membership to get a filter to do that, and budgeting ended up cutting that. Only got it for the catch-up streams anyway. That's why I sort of trained myself into trying to describe things as vividly as possible. But yeah, so I'll try and describe everything. I mean, ideally, if you're watching this stream, you've just read the chapter and probably don't need a description of what happens. But hey, if someone jumps in partway through, good idea to get a little easy identifier for where I'm at. So, very, very weird place to start it because I'm like, oh god, do I know this character? Is this a new character? Or is this someone I know? Because I feel like I haven't quite got my head in this flashback as a whole yet. Oh, is this? This isn't. Oh, it's Rokuhira, isn't it? Wow. Forgetting his name. Chihiro Rokuhira. It's Chihiro's dad, isn't it? Yeah, just that first drawing, I didn't quite recognize him, but he is here clenching a rice ball he was just taking a bite out of, saying, "Yum. Is this really a rice ball? Good, right? It's all about the precise amount of compression and how the rice harmonizes with the air. The rice balls I make transcend rice balls." As not the voice I imagined him having in my head, but oh well. Subaru Urita, I read your book a long time ago. Oh, so you're a serious student, huh? Serious student, my ass. It was pure garbage, wasn't it? I knew it. I figured guys like you would keep trying and failing until you saw through the lies. Good, you wasted my time. It wasn't a waste. You developed a strong internal logic through the process of unearthing lies. What? The lightweights will read that stuff and give up. There's a lot of little comments here. It's incomprehensible, right? That way, only the truly refined swordsmiths endure. It's a more peaceful world that way. I want my money back. Have another rice bowl. Oh, fine, we're even now. Just how starved are you? If you practiced out in the open, a swordsmith of your caliber would earn high accolades in no time. Chihiro's. Chihiro. Okay, why am I blanking on his name? Why am I blanking on Roki? I can't believe this is happening. I'm forgetting. Give me a sec. I'm just quickly jumping to the wiki. Kagurabachi wiki. Chihiro. Rokuhira. Okay. See, it's the annoying thing of hearing people refer to this character as Rokuhira when that's the surname of the main character as well. Okay, in that case, what's his dad's name? I've totally forgotten. Kunishige. I don't know how I forgot that. Oh, I don't know. Is it just because I haven't thought about Kagurabachi much in 2 weeks? I'm starting to forget the character names. Kunishige. If you have a reputation, you can charge more. There's no reason to starve to death. That was delicious. Making a living by selling deadly weapons is something I've never been comfortable with. But that's how it should be. We should continually struggle to forge blades to protect people. Being recognized by the state as living treasure or whatever feels like a blanket approval of this craft. That scares me. Oh, Subaru is giving a little glare. Oops, I wasn't talking about you. I just meant for me. Yeah, but if you starve to death, you won't be grappling with anything for long. I get that. You have a goal, right? Yeah, to forge the greatest sword ever. What do you mean, the greatest swords ever? Technically not what he said, but okay. So, I just have to keep... I'm not sure. So I just need to keep forging them. I'm prepared to make thousands. And that's going to require money, right? Oh, snap my neck time. What's this? March 20th, post-Hiroshima conference. Togo Shiba returned to headquarters with the corpses of the 6 conference attendees. And we have a lovely little spread of all the guys who died and Shiba. How's Shiba's condition? Been a while since I've done this guy's voice. He took a lot of hits. He suffered more than 20 broken bones as well as internal injuries. That's just from bending his neck to look at that picture. Thanks to the sorcery treatments, he can now respond to questions, but he's going to be out of commission for a while. 4 p.m. at the Sorcery Bureau. The Mikaboshi, a clan of sorcerers who once ruled Japan. They were said to have died out eons ago, and now apparently they've been lurking at the bottom of the ocean all this time. Incredible. And their demands? Initially, they stipulated that we surrender all the Datenseki we extracted from Hiroshima, as well as the 3 prefectures of Tokyo, Chiba, and Kanagawa. But they appended those demands after the battle. This is their final version. Now, to the main topic. And we cut back to Aryu, sitting on his chair all elegant-like, looking down at the broken and bruised Shiba. Long ago, our ancestors were banished by the Soga clan. Then our ancestors retreated to that island, and they prayed fervently for our clan to be left in peace. Started creeping into Akimura a bit there. But to no avail. Thanks to the Soga princess's prophecies, we were falsely accused of belligerent intentions. They used the gravity of their Kurotsuchi to sink us to the murky depths of the ocean. She was looking on. The Soga are alive and well. To this day, they have a princess, don't they? And we cut back to the meeting. Shokoku's ultimate demand was the Datenseki we mined on Hiroshima and Princess Soga. And she doesn't look overjoyed as always. Of course, their goal is to exact revenge against the Soga. The system that maintains order among the sorcerers of our nation is governed by a long history of deep-rooted traditions revolving around the Soga clan. Princess Soga represents the very heart of that system. Losing her would signify the collapse of a regime, so that's their goal. No. It's the old man. Your Soga must be destroyed, but their blood has value. The princess will bear my child. Oh, why do I have to read it like that? After that, we will slaughter the Soga clan. Their sorcery lives in their blood, and that sorcery contains their legacy. Their goal is dominion, to wield the blood of the Soga and to usurp their power. Wait, how could they know the inner workings of our underworld? They even knew our name for the Datenseki. Apparently, they managed to extract the general gist from some idiot on Hiroshima not associated with the government. And the princess? She fell unconscious the moment the conference ended. She's awake now, but I'm calling for her, calling for Chiaki. After they delivered their final demands, a flood of new visions came to her. That's probably why she lost consciousness. And she's in bed being attended to, and she seems to see Aryu in her mind, and she's sweating. There will be hell on earth. The government unequivocally rejects their demands. No, it's not her talking. The government unequivocally rejects their demands. The view that we cannot accept such violent. The view is that we cannot accept such violent and incomprehensible behavior. Moreover, the government intends to expand the anti-sorcery strategic force established over the past 2 years. But leaving the specifics to us, it's not enough. Hiroto Soga was our strongest warrior, a true singularity. Alone, he could dismantle a powerful dynasty. And we sent 3 other fighters no less capable than him. They were the strongest unit we've ever assembled. And this enemy prince, or whatever he is, massacred them single-handedly. At the end of the fight, he was lounging on his sofa completely unscathed and sent back a sole survivor. Plus, they had 5 more warriors of the same caliber. This isn't something that we can just throw more soldiers at. We have a stockpile of kaichi. Maybe that. It's finite. The enemy has the exceptional ability to regenerate. If we don't use it at the right moment, it could come to nothing. Perhaps our only hope is Flamebone of the Starving. Been a while since we've heard that name. No, we've already reached out to the Kagari clan, but it's not that simple. They haven't had an appropriate master in ages. If it got out of hand, it could relegate the entire continent to a scorched wasteland. Okay, that's... I mean, I remember them saying that Flamebone was like comparable to the Enchanted Blades. And a little bit of me, to be honest, thought that might maybe be like early series weirdness, because I mean we saw it clash with Enchanted Blades, I guess, but since then we have got to see a hell of a lot more of what Enchanted Blades are capable of. So I do wonder. I mean, this is an interesting bit here, talking about with such high regard, and that it could relegate the entire continent to a scorched wasteland. And might I remind that they are on the largest continent. They're on Asia, unless they're going by just the definition of land masses, in which case they're on quite a small one. But still, continental level Hyuki? Is that what we're doing now? We're reaching continental levels? I don't see that much power scaling for Kagurabachi, and honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. Like, I'm not like super deep into power scaling. I kind of just sort of go on the power scaling subreddit when I'm bored. You know, it's like, as someone who doesn't watch Invincible or The Boys, there's not exactly much for me to digest on there nowadays. Wouldn't mind seeing a bit of Kagurabachi every once in a while. Anyway, back to Kagurabachi. Oh, I can't make that sound natural, beginning a sentence. But it would have to be something that phenomenal. Otherwise, a battle will produce nothing but more casualties. We know, but when we cut it outside, is this Kunishige watching in, or no? No, it's Kunishige paying a visit to Shiba. He's getting dressed, having just got out of bed. Should you be up? That Hasumi guy told me. I have to get up. Standing next to a sword. My kohai is turning 18. Forge him a good one, would you? Kunishige realizes what it means that he has that sword. Hasumi. The force that annihilated Japan's strongest unit in history was the power of a Datenseki. The enemy harnessed the astronomical energy of a Datenseki with their sorcery. We know that, but that's all it is. It seems like an insurmountable chasm, but the power of a Datenseki is the enemy's only advantage. What are you trying to say? That our only winning strategy is to utilize the Datenseki? Well, in that case, we've already got our answer. We've been working on it for 2 years and we still haven't cracked it. The enemy doesn't seem concerned either. It may not be physically possible for us to wield that ore. Rukuhira, how much did Mr. Hasumi tell you? And, well, I think we're seeing quite a lot of what he's been told. The dying and the threatening and the crying. Everything. So you think there's a way? And we see a book titled The Enchanted Blade Plan. You know, oh, how's that kanji read? Is it like Myoken? Is it Myo? You know what? I'm just going to remind myself how that how that kanji reads. And that is kanji for woman. And the kanji, and the what's that second one? It's like a weird melding of heaven, I think. Yeah, meaning attractive. When you're learning kanji, it's like you got to basically come up with a little story for every kanji. So the kanji for enchanted here, it can mean attractive, bewitching, or calamity. Is made from the kanji of woman and heaven. So, like, the primary word is attractive. So I always think of it as an attractive woman with heavenly beauty. It works quite well because, it's probably what the old pervert who made that kanji was thinking. But yeah, it's used in things like yokai, yosei, fairy, yoen, fascinating, voluptuous. Yeah, I guess that is Enchanted Blade an actual term that exists? Oh, it is Yoto, bewitched sword, magical sword, demon sword. Yoto Saksen, the Enchanted Blade Plan. And we see March 21st, the midnight start. The plan is put into motion. Okay, well, that is Kagurabachi 122. And definitely enjoyed this. I feel like I said most of my thoughts, going on about Flamebone, and you tell what page I just scrolled past. Needed a chapter to get his journey, his Yoto Saksen, Enchanted Blade. They delivered their final demands. A flood of new visions came to Chiaki. I thought about that before, of how not clairvoyance, precognition works, is this idea that maybe you could just overwhelm someone's head by obviously depends how the power system works, depends how the powers of the people in question work. But this idea of just changing things so much that it's like, oh, okay, I have no idea I can't process all these new timelines. But yeah, I like the detail of it's just something so drastic, so world shaking happened that the prophet went into a coma. Not a coma, not a very long coma, just got knocked out cold. I like that. It's such a good moment of power, not for a character, but I guess for a character, but not in terms of physical power, but influence. And of course, it is gross that old man wants to put his seed in her. That is pretty rancid there. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is just talking about things that we know are going to happen. Oh, we're going to make a plan to use the Datensuki to fight Aryu and the Mikaboshi. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, yeah, she was definitely sad. Yeah, this was definitely a necessary chapter. There was some nice stuff to talk about here, but and also good art. I feel like the art of Kagurabachi's come a long way. I feel like the choreography's always been great, but Hokazono is notably getting just sort of better at drawing, still characters and distinct character designs. I mean, look at all the people at this table. I imagine more than one of them exist in the modern day. I only recognize the guy that I make sound like this. Oh, and we do see Mr. Lightning Beard as well. But yeah, just got so much better. So expressive, even just in little one-off panels. It's really come a long way. But I think that's all I have to say about this chapter.